G'day guys, and welcome back out for another yonder. Got a pretty exciting trip planned this weekend. I'm out here with Scotty from Scotty's Gone Walkabout, and we're about to explore a really awesome stretch of river. We've got about 40 kilometers of this rugged and ancient system to explore over the next couple of days. So we're out here for 2 nights on the river, and at the moment the river's in a bit of a minor flood, but there's no more rain predicted, so that should drop over the next couple of days and we should get some really nice paddling conditions. So super keen for this trip. Let's just jump in the river and yeah, get into it. So far this trip we've already seen a bunch of wildlife. We've seen like 3 wombats, a bunch of kangaroos, and oh man, I just love to see it because I comment on a lot of my trips how you often see just so many feral species, so it's so nice just to see some native wildlife. Very keen to be spending the next 3 days down here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, well I was just commenting on the wildlife and Scotty reckons he's spotted some emus.
Yeah, so like about 3 adult emus and about probably close to like a dozen emu chicks.
That is so cool. Hopefully we spot some around camp a little bit later. What an awesome place. Oh man, this is turning into an absolutely gorgeous raft. We are so lucky to have been able to do this trip. Literally, Scotty and I were up on the computer at like 9 PM last night trying to plan out this trip. The original plan we had, it was no go. The river had come up like 2 meters and yeah, it would have just been unsafe for us to do that. But last minute, we pretty much agreed that we would just come here and check it out, and man, I'm so glad we did. I should mention as well, Scotty has been here before and he's also been here when it's had the same sort of water levels there is now. So we had that first-hand intel. Otherwise, there's no way we would do this in a minor flood, but having that first-hand knowledge was really useful just to be able to make a call. And yeah, get a rafting because the rest of New South Wales at the moment is underwater. So super lucky to get this little trip in. It's about 2 PM now, so we've still got a bit of a raft to do, but we are flying down here, so I reckon we'll probably stop over in about a few hours and yeah, find ourselves a nice little camp. We're just starting to now drop into a really awesome part of the park here, where you've got these big steep-sided sandstone cliffs, and then along the river we've just got these grassy banks. Man, this place is really cool. Oh, this is pretty cool. I've just pulled into the side of the bank and there appears to be some pretty fresh emu prints. It looks like there was probably at least 3 or 4 on the bank here, and Scotty reckons he saw some earlier too. Emu is one animal that I rarely see out in the bush, so I'd be super stoked if I can see some a bit later this trip. But yeah, so cool to see the wildlife here. It's just kangaroos everywhere looking down on the banks and so many wombats. We've got like a big waterfall here as well, and how's the state of the country too? It's just absolutely insane. Most gorgeous sandstone cliffs. We're thinking it's pretty late in the afternoon now, so we're probably just going to do maybe 1 or 2 more k's of river and then we'll stop and find a nice camp so we can get settled early and yeah, cook up a bit of dinner. Oh man, how is the state of this little gorge? So beautiful. We've outdone ourselves, mate.
I know.
This is so pretty. Wow. Wow. How gorgeous is that? There's a proper cave up in there. That is cool. What do you reckon about those rain clouds?
I don't know, where'd that come from?
Yeah. Well, we've just passed through that really scenic valley, and it's interesting on the other side here, there's just rain clouds everywhere. Oh, there's another kangaroo. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, we don't have far before we'll pull out and set up camp, and hopefully we get there in time before the rain sets in. Pretty miserable, mate.
Where was this in the forecast?
Oh. Looks like it's going to be a rainy afternoon. There's still some patches of blue sky, so a little bit hopeful that will clear up later, but this is pretty miserable now. It's about now that I'm very glad to have this dry suit. This rain is so cold. We've got these thanks to Scotty and Packraft Australia. So Scotty reached out to Packraft Australia and they were kind enough to lend us both a dry suit, which has just been an absolute lifesaver for this trip. I don't think we could have done a trip in winter how cold it is at the moment. But I mean, I barely feel the rain through this, so it's definitely a lifesaver for this sort of trip. So cheers, Ryan, you're a legend. Let me go first.
That wasn't the plan,
Well, the rain seems to have stopped a little bit, but we're just struggling to find a bit of a camp. But it looks like there's a pretty cool cliff face up here, so we might just see if we can pull into the bank and yeah, find ourselves a nice patch of grass. Well, we're just umming and ahhing a bit about where to set up camp. We're thinking this is a really nice spot here, just under the shade of this gum tree. But yeah, it's not ideal. There's a little bit of a slope. We're running out of options. We've only got about an hour before it gets dark, so I think we might have to settle for this. But I'll get back to you in a minute. Well, we're thinking we're going to settle for that spot up there. It's getting pretty dark, and yeah, we're pretty keen to set up the tent and just crack open a bevy. So might just grab the rafts, grab the gear, and yeah, we'll set up the tent. But man, what an epic little spot this is. You just got these gorgeous cliffs that wrap around. It's like a 360 panorama here. So cool. This is one very special place. I don't think we could have picked the spot further from the bank. Alrighty guys, well we just dragged the rafts up on the hill here and we've got a bit of a slopey campsite tonight, but we're running out of daylight and there's not many other options, so I think this will be a gorgeous place to wake up to in the morning. You really can't complain when you've got these beautiful ancient sandstone cliffs up behind us and yeah, plenty of wildlife around as well, so might just get to work setting up the tent and then we'll get a fire going just a little bit later. tonight's tent, I've just got the Durston X-Mid, so just going to get that set up. Alrighty guys, so for bedding tonight I'm just rocking my normal Etherlite XD insulated mat. I've got a foam core Cedar Summit pillow, and then yeah, my usual just Track TK2 sleeping bag, and because it's going to get down to maybe 1 or 2 degrees tonight, I've also got this Extreme reactor, so it should keep us nice and toasty. Well, the tent's all set up and just in time too, because that sun's just hit below the horizon. So I've got Scotty to work. He's setting up a campfire. Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate.
And then yeah, we might just crack open a couple of cold ones.
Come on, baby.
Alrighty guys, well Scotty finally managed to get the fire going, and yeah, pretty keen to rip into dinner. I was going to do a bit of a cook up, but I realised halfway on the drive here that one, I forgot my meat to do a cook up, and also we've just had a bunch of rain come through, so I might keep it simple tonight and just do a bit of backcountry. But yeah, before we rip into that, let's just chill out by the fire because it's been such a slog today. We've probably should have stopped a few hours ago, but we kind of left our run a little bit late, so it's been a bit of a rush this afternoon, so we might just chill out around the fire for a bit, and then yeah, we'll get into a bit of dinner.
Well, cheers, mate.
Yeah, cheers.
That was an awesome awesome day, eh?
Oh, so cool. Just like the country pass through.
Yeah.
Absolutely epic.
It's beautiful. And like, even though the river's in flood, it's actually been like, it's still a pretty cruisy paddle, eh?
Totally.
Yeah. Like the fact that it's got no rapids, and you just got to watch out for the trees. But apart from that, it's yeah, it's been awesome. Just absolutely flying by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean we're pretty lucky because, I mean you've said yourself, this river normally you just
Can be pretty
can't really
sandy.
run it at all. Yeah,
you
so-
generally have like big sort of pools, and then there's
Yeah.
quite a shallow river in between. So yeah, we got very lucky with this one.
Totally.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just get some hot water into here and then, yeah, cook it up. As you guys know, I'm definitely not the biggest fan of freeze-dried meals, but they are so simple. So it's times like these where, yeah, you just gotta lean into it. I was like, oh, here we go, here's an opportunity. Let me just outdo Scotty. I'm gonna cook up a full
Gourmet meal,
feast.
and you forgot
And
your
now,
food.
yeah, I forgot.
forgot your meat. And so you got like dehydrated meal.
And we didn't even get to catch a fish today. We were just pumping out K's. I was like trying to keep up with you the whole day.
Yeah. Bit of a slowpoke, weren't you, mate? Look behind, like a kilometre behind me.
Oh,
Nah.
you were just pumping it out. Just head down. You didn't know when to stop though. That's why we're here eating in the dark.
Yeah.
I was there like 4 p.m. today, like, Scotty, we've done enough Ks, like we should just stop here. There's this perfect little campsite, sunny. Scotty, yeah, no mate, we've got to pump out another 10 Ks, 10 more.
We're here to work, not relax.
Well, good morning guys. Woken up into a really nice morning this morning. It's a bit foggy but starting to clear, and yeah, it's just so peaceful down here, eh? Just so many birds and wildlife. It's been a really nice start to the day so far. But for today we've got about 20 kilometers of river to cover, which is a big chunk of this system, and yeah, some pretty epic gorge country to go through as well. So super keen to get the raft in the water, but for now Scotty's still snoring away, so I think we've got a while before that happens. So I might just go and get the rod together, and we might just have a quick fish of this stream before we get into brekkie. And then yeah, hopefully that'll give a bit of time for the gear to dry out. We got just a little bit of rain overnight, which means everything's pretty damp at the moment. But man, that sun feels so bloody nice, eh? For the fishing setup this trip, I'm actually not 100% sure what species are in this river. Like, I know there's definitely carp and there's potentially bass, but we are outside of bass season. So with me I've just brought this Samaki Vagabond rod. It's a 1 to 3 kilo rod, and I'm just going to pair that with this Stratic reel and maybe just throw some soft plastics and see what we can come up with. Well, if I'm honest guys, I don't love our chances of pulling a fish out of here this morning. There's just quite a lot of flow in the river, and it's also pretty hard for me fishing the banks just to reach the other side where there seems to be a few good back eddies that would be worthwhile fishing, but I'm just not able to get the lure in there. But it's hard not to feel small here, just surrounded by these ancient and tall sandstone cliffs. This really is a special part of the world, that's for sure. What we might do, we might just go back to camp and chuck on a coffee and a bit of brekkie, and then yeah, we'll get the rafts in the water. Into the oats I've just got some chia seeds and flaked almonds, and then also some cacao powder and goji berries. That smells really nice. Alrighty guys, well, pack rafts are all set up now, and yeah, it's a bit later than we'd hoped, but very keen to just get on the river and punch out some kilometers. We've got a really awesome gorge in the next couple of kilometers that we're gonna meander through, and super keen to see what's in store for this afternoon. Should be a pretty good day, so let's get these rafts down to the river and yeah, get into it. Well, finally on the river, and it feels good to be back in the raft. And still plenty of flow, even though the river's dropped a little bit. We've got plenty of flow, so we should make good time heading on downstream. Oh man, there's a massive eagle up above us. So cool. It's so nice to have wings like that and just be able to explore every little valley around here. I reckon there'd be so many cool places. Doing these sort of trips, it opens your eyes to just how much wilderness there is here in Australia. Man, how bloody gorgeous is that? You kind of get sick of these sandstone cliffs, and you look at them again. That is so incredible. So we've just passed the last river bend and yeah, come around the corner. It's opened up into a bright sunny day. I think we're gonna have a really awesome day of paddling ahead of us. So awesome just to be traveling through these sandstone gorges. Really makes you feel small. Like, I hope the camera does it justice, but these cliffs are just vertical and so high, right down to the riverbank. And then on the riverbank, you've just got these gorgeous open parklands. It's sort of what the early settlers described when they first came to Australia. They sort of termed it open parkland, and you can see why in places like this. It's just grassy hills right down to the river. Yeah, and because of, I guess, how grassy it is, it's really attracted quite a lot of wildlife. This place is really, really cool. Definitely have to come back here one day and do a trip on foot, I think. But it's also pretty special to be here on the raft. Like, we were umming and ahhing about where we're going to go this trip, and the only reason we can even packraft this river is because it is in a minor flood. Like, normally you'd pretty much be wading through shin-high water. So very, very special to be here doing this. How's this cave up here? Well, we've just pulled off the river here to come and check out this cave up on the hill here. Looks really cool, and I mean, it's exactly the sort of place where you can find Aboriginal artwork and really cool artifacts. So yeah, we'll just pop up and take a quick look anyway. There's definitely an air to this place, eh?
That looks epic. It's cool. Nice and flat. Rocks got good coverage to be able to rain. Kangaroo, the wallabies.
Oh yeah.
Grass, caves.
Mate, they've got themselves sorted here, eh? Well, this is a really cool find. Glad we stopped off because it's just got this massive rocky overhang, and it's clearly frequented by a lot of wildlife. Like, there's just scats and prints everywhere on the cave floor here. Probably not the sort of place you'd ever want to camp in, but super cool to see. And like, how's the vista down the river too? This would have been such an awesome sight.
It's like a kangaroo carcass. It's almost like mummified.
It's about right for eating, mate.
Bit of beef jerky. some jerky, yeah.
It's like so dry here that it hasn't properly...
Yeah, it's just preserved.
Yeah.
I always go for the organs, so I would have flipped it over to get the organs. So if it looks like it's naturally died like that, and then something's come along and pulled the back leg off, the back legs off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't blame it, mate. Like, yeah. It's probably thought, yeah, what a spot to die. Like, yeah. I'll just crawl my way up to this cave and overlook the river. Well, guys, that was definitely worth the stopover. Such a gorgeous cave. Very lucky to have witnessed that. And so cool with that wallaby too, like, so well preserved. You can easily see how something like that can happen, and then yeah, you end up with bones fossilized into rocks over a few millennia. But anyway, I think we'll head back to the raft and try and punch out a few Ks. We're still a bit behind, so let's get on top of it and have a relaxing evening if we can find a really nice camp spot. Mate, that is a bloody gorgeous spot. If only it was 4 PM, how's that for a little gravel bed camp spot? Wow. And you guys are probably getting sick of hearing me say this, but this is really a truly special place. You can just feel paddling through here just how much history there is to this region. I mean, I'm just so lucky to be here because like it's probably one of those rivers that very, very few people have been able to raft, just given you really do need certain conditions like the rain event we've had lately in order to get the river up enough, and to have this consistent flow which we've had for a couple of days now. Yeah, this river wouldn't see that very often, so really lucky to be able to be here and making the most of that for sure.
Epic. So good.
Oh man, that has to be one of the coolest sections of river we passed through yet. What do you reckon, mate?
So many caves. If only I was a bird, so I can explore them. There's the one up there that looks so cool.
I reckon we'd never see from you again if you turn into a bird. You just never turn back.
Just live in a cave around here, be happy man.
Wow, that was so bloody cool. Just came around the corner there and there was this big flock of emus. Well, actually, I don't know what the plural is for emu. Maybe one of you guys know, but yeah, there was plenty of them. There was like about 8 just in a huddle, and they stopped there just watching me for a while. I was trying to be quiet, and then they sort of, as I moved with the camera, they sort of scattered, but and like I haven't seen many emus out in the bush, so that was really special. So cool. Anyway guys, it's getting pretty late, so we're probably just going to try and push up this little river bend up here and then settle in for a camp. So getting to that time of day where I'm ready for a beer. Well, we've just popped up on this hill here to suss out a potential campsite. Yeah, we are spoiled for choice here. Got the most beautiful vista, like huge big sandstone cliffs up behind, and the river does a big sort of 180. I can't really decide if we want to camp up here or down on the beach, because the trouble with camping up here is we've got to lug all the raft and all the gear up here just to be able to set up camp. But honestly, I think it's going to be worth it. This is such a beautiful spot.
Hello, Mr. Wombat.
It's like, who are these blue smurfs?
Oh, no.
Bit of mange.
No, he's got some mange on him. Poor bugger.
Well, this camp spot is bloody mint. Well, unfortunately, once again, we've sort of found ourselves running out a bit of the afternoon light this afternoon, so for the camp setup, I might just do one of these ones. Oh, there we go. Camp's all set up. Might just get the sleep system together, and then yeah, we can ease into the afternoon. It's like my favorite time in the arvo this time, when all the birds start singing and everything just stills off and into the evening. So very keen to just get everything sorted and then chill out for the rest of it. Alrighty guys, everything's all sorted now, so we've got a cracking little camp spot here, and yeah, the sun's definitely starting to fade, so how about we go get some firewood and yeah, we'll get a fire going. Oh man, this has to be one of the most awesome camp spots I've ever had on a packrafting trip, eh? It's just like parkland around here. It's exactly what, when you look at the early settler accounts of what Sydney and most of the inner west looks like, this is what you'll see, just oil paintings of just green pastures and gorgeous rivers just like this. So special to be here. Now that everything's set up, I'm pretty keen to just unwind for a little while and yeah, crack open a cold bevy as well. Well guys, it's about time we cracked open a cold one, so cheers. Taking over your sponsorship, mate.
I know, mate. Tell me about it. All the summer gear, stoner wood beers. Might as well just give up now and just let you take over the channel. Same colour packraft, same tent. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Epic day.
Oh mate, that was one sick day. Probably like...
Up there, one of the best packrafts.
Honestly.
Yeah. You haven't had to drag the raft over any boulders, like not even once. I barely even hit the bottom.
Yeah.
The dream. Hey, what a day.
What a mission.
It's been so good.
This has been like definitely one of my favourite days packrafting,
Yeah.
like for sure.
Yeah.
Just the amount of wildlife and
such like awesome scenery, awesome wildlife, like man, everything.
Cruisy little river runs. Oh,
it's so good.
So good.
Wombats, emus, wedge-tailed, so many wedge-tailed eagles flying around as well.
I can't believe it, like this morning, just like four circling above camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Such a special
there's
place.
like 2 wombats living right next to us tonight, so they're probably pretty pissed that we're here. They're like, bugger off guys, making all this noise running around.
No, definitely.
But man, it's an awesome place to paddle.
Yeah,
and like I really think it's like a place that not many people have paddled, eh?
Oh,
like very
definitely.
very few. So.
And we're so lucky. Like the only reason we came here is because
like I've been here
rain.
in the rain. I've been here in the past, and has always thought that it would be a good place to come for a packraft, and it just happens to line up perfectly with the recent rain. So considering every other river like in New South Wales is just like dangerous at the moment, this has been really perfect.
No, I think we made a really good call because like we were gonna put in on a different river, but we saw that jump like over a
3
meter.
meters.
Yeah, it was 3 meters when we left. Yeah,
but it jumped very quickly.
Yeah, no chance. It would have just been so dangerous. So
stressful that Thursday afternoon trying to figure out where to
just
go.
like on the phone, like maps up, like all of New South Wales on the map. Like
where to go?
How many rivers did we reel off? Like every river we knew, just like
it was 8:30 at night, and we still didn't know where we were going the next morning, and we had to leave at like 4 o'clock. So that was definitely kind of very fine.
I mean, the fact this has all come together too is like
so
phenomenal.
Good.
Like so good.
Mate, it's a beautiful place. I absolutely love it. It's like one of my favourite places in the world. It's gorgeous.
Anyway, it's just gotten that bit dark, so might just get some grub on and then
enjoy a few minutes around the fire and
get
some food on.
Alrighty guys, well as you know, I did myself a bit of a mischief for this trip and I left my ingredients for beef stroganoff at home, so I had to stop in at a servo on the way here and get whatever I could scavenge off the servo station. So we've ended up with some salami and some cheese. I had in my back already an onion and some wraps, so I might just fry up the onion and then do up some rolls with the salami and cheese and then fry them up on the fire. think it should still be a pretty tasty meal. I've got some tomato paste to mix in there as well, so let's just get the onion cooking and then yeah, we'll make up the rolls. Just quickly add into here just a touch of garlic salt and then also some mixed herbs. Well, I'm just going to make up the wraps now, so just going to throw in a little bit of tomato paste on the bottom there, and I'll chuck on some salami and cheese. Oh man, that onion smells so good. Well guys, there we go. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, considering it was a bit of a Great Depression of a meal. I had to really scavenge through my pack to pull this one together, but smells and looks super tasty. I can see Scotty staring at me in the corner. I think he wants some. It's pretty good. I feel like this meal is like the analogy for this trip, you know? It started off like loose ends, you know, lacking details, but it just came together. Yeah. That is really bloody good. It's kind of just like a pepperoni pizza, really. Say, yeah.
Pretty epic backdrop.
Oh. Well, good morning guys. Just woken up into another beautiful day. The fog on the hill here behind me, it's just lifted and it's given way to clear blue skies. And it's been such a gorgeous morning here besides camp. Just listening to the birds, like the lyrebirds up on top of the hill, and just the array of wildlife around here has just made this place so special. I did a bit of a wander up behind camp, and you've just got these awesome sandstone caves for about a kilometre up behind where we're camped, and then interspersed between it all, you've just got these green paddocks. You can really see why this is definitely a haven for wildlife, and helps explain why we've seen so many kangaroos and wombats. I mean, they've got just so much fertile soil and grass to nourish on, and yeah, it's a really special location, this one. It's definitely a spot that I think I have to come back to in the future. Maybe do an overnight hike or something like that in this area. Such a beautiful spot. But for today we've got a bit of a shorter paddle, but we've still got a really awesome section of this gorge to travel through, so I'm super keen to get the rafts in the water, but before we do I might just rip into a bit of brekkie and then yeah, we'll get the gear back down. Well guys, we just finished off a bit of brekkie and we've just packed down all the gear as well, so we're about ready to hit the river and yeah, punch out the next 5 kilometers of river. We're going to be passing through some pretty stunning country this morning, and yeah, as I mentioned, just clear bluebird day, so super stoked to get the raft in the water and head on downstream. Alrighty guys, rafts are all packed now and yeah, pretty ready to hit the river, so let's get down there.
Let's rock and roll, baby. Woo. Alright.
How is the state of that? That is bloody unreal. That is so cool. Wowee, just how is that? This place is phenomenal. Oh my god. We've been absolutely spoilt with this trip. Like, this country is so bloody phenomenal. But yeah, it's time to get our heads down and just pump out some Ks. So why don't we just do that, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Oh, she's definitely a bit lower today. Can only just make it through these sections. Definitely wouldn't want any less water. She's a tight squeeze. Well guys, gonna have to wrap things up for here. We've finished this 40-kilometer stretch of river, and although I could just keep hailing for days, it's time to get back to work. So thanks again for joining us on this trip. It's been an absolute blast, and yeah, it was really good having Scotty along as well, learning a lot through him. So thanks for joining us. I'll see you on the next yonder. Hooroo.